I am worth a single digit, but I have a wife with assets of 10 billion. But when she asked me for a divorce, I smiled. Looking at the hundreds of millions of alimony, I immediately signed the divorce agreement. It's so funny. Whoever wants to be a cannon fodder can be a cannon fodder. I just want to enjoy life. When I woke up, I was lying in the sun in a manor of thousands of acres. It took me a long time to realize that I, a starch sausage seller, had become a cannon fodder in a dog blood abuse article. According to the description in the book, the heroine Liu are you Wyan Undire in a business marriage. I have been infatuated with her for more than 10 years, but she does not love me. She only has her white moonlight in her heart. In order to break up the male and female protagonists, I did all kinds of evil, and finally fell off the cliff and died without a complete body. Thinking of this, I shuddered. The original owner was the stepping stone for the love between the male and female protagonists. If I want to live, I can't repeat the same mistakes. I turned over and was about to continue basking in the sun when my mobile phone rang. It was the URUYN. As soon as the call was connected, she angrily said, Guo Xiaoan, get out of here right now. I remembered that URUYN asked for a divorce yesterday, but I didn't agree. I was even angry and asked someone to kidnap her by Yu Guanggu Chengyu. Fortunately, Liu Yuan rushed over in time with her bodyguards, and Gu Chengyu only suffered some flesh injuries. Now she wants to settle accounts with me. I was panicked after hanging up the phone. I hurt Liu Yuan's sweetheart, and she will definitely kill me. No, I have to run away. Thinking of this, I quickly got up and went back to the house. But this manor is so big that I was sweating when I ran back to the living room. Liu and I sleep in separate rooms, and she usually doesn't allow me to enter her room. But I know where her valuable jewelry is. The male protagonist is just the adopted son of the Huo family. He is not valued. None of the family's assets are distributed to him. The money in the bank card is not worth spending. So, before running away, I have to get more money. I picked up a sapphire necklace. It was worth a lot of money. Just a few of them would make me worry-free for the rest of my life. I accidentally found a picture album. I opened it and saw that Huo Xiao gave it to Liu Yuan on her birthday. All the people in the pictures were Liu Yuan. They were probably drawn when she was a teenager. There was a date on each picture and they were well preserved. It can be seen that the original owner really loved Liu Yuan, but no matter how infatuated he was worthless in Liu Yuan's eyes. I remember there was a plot in the book. Before Huo Xiao and I, he begged Liu Yuan to look back at him, but Liu Yuan didn't give him a glance. She was full of Gu Chenyu. The original owner was a fool. I put the picture album back and continued to look for the necklace. When I walked out of the room with the necklace in my arms, I saw 2 bodyguards coming over. It's over, I can't run away this time. Half an hour later, I was taken into the box by the bodyguard. Seeing Liu Yuan sitting in the middle, I was stunned. She had a delicate and beautiful face, fair skin, and a noble temperament. No wonder the original owner loved her to death. She was really beautiful. Gu Chengyu sat next to Liu Yuan. The male protagonist was like the white moonlight in all novels. He had a miserable life, but he had a handsome face, which made the female protagonist. The others were all rich second generations, looking at me with a gloating look. Who are you? Wyan said to me coldly. Huo Xiaoan kneeled down and apologized to Chengyu. Gu Chengyu pulled Yuan's hand and pleaded for me. Forget it, Yuan. Liu Yuan refused sternly. No, if he dares to find someone to kidnap you, I will make him pay the price. I know that Liu Yuan will not stop until she humiliates me and vents her anger for Gu Chengyu. A real man can bend and stretch, and it is important to save his life. I fell to my knees with a plop. I'm sorry, Mr. Gu, I shouldn't have asked someone to kidnap you. Not only was Liu Yuan stunned, but everyone else in the box was also shocked. I asked, do you want to kowtow? Without waiting for Liu Yuan to answer, I quickly kowtowed on the ground. Enough. Liu Yuan threw a divorce agreement over it, threatened fiercely. Huo Xiaoan, if you don't sign it today, I will break your legs. I touched my legs and trembled. looking at the divorce agreement in front of me. This is why she called me over. I stood up, opened the agreement, and started reading. What? After the divorce, I will get 200 million in alimony and 10 properties? Oh my God, there is such a good thing. Suddenly my tears couldn't help but flow down. I didn't want to cry, but she gave too much. Seeing me crying, thinking that I was not happy with the divorce, Liu Yuan frowned and said unhappily, "Who owes Xiao An if you don't sign?" Before she finished speaking, I signed my name and handed it to him. When are we going to get the divorce certificate? Liu Yuan was confused. She didn't expect me to agree to the divorce so readily. She was quite shocked. Huo Xiao An, you agreed to the divorce. I looked at Gu Chengyu and sighed. Your sweetheart is back. I will be generous and fulfill you. Although you, Wyan felt incredible. She didn't think much about it. After all, for her, a successful divorce is the most important thing. In the end, we made an appointment to get the divorce certificate early tomorrow morning. After leaving the club, I couldn't help but open the divorce agreement and count all the zeros on it. If I don't eat or drink and sell starch sausage day and night, I can't make so much money. You don't have to buy a new house. Pick one to live in, and the rest can be rented or sold. I feel happy just thinking about it. You, Wyan is quite generous, but for her, this little money is just a drop in the bucket. I didn't expect that I would receive a call from Liu Wyan as soon as I returned to the manor, come to the old house. After saying this, she hung up the phone. I looked at the time. It was time for dinner. Could it be that she asked me to go over for dinner? A wealthy family like the Liu family must have good food. I'm in luck. So I rushed over immediately. When I arrived at the Liu family, I noticed that the atmosphere was wrong as soon as I entered. Wyan Angu Cheng. You stood in the middle of the living room. Yu's father sat on the sofa with a dark face. He was probably angry because he knew that Wyan was going to divorce me again for Gu Chengyu. After Gu Chengyu glanced at me, he said to Liu's father, Uncle Yu, a forced melon is not sweet, and Ryan already has my flesh and blood in her belly. I hope you can help us. Oh my God. It turns out that Liu Ryan has already turned me into a green-haired turtle, but I remember that there is no plot about Liu Ryan being pregnant in the novel. It is probably because the system is crazy. Forget it. As long as the money is in place, I don't care whether it's a green-haired turtle or a green-haired rabbit. Ryan looked at me with a slightly complicated expression. She moved her lips as if she was about to say something, but before she could speak, Liu's father threw the teapot on the ground. He pointed at Liu. Ryan and flew into a rage. How could I raise a shameless daughter like you? Liu's father scolded Liu Ryan, and I stood quietly by without saying a word. I don't love Ryan, so naturally I don't feel uncomfortable, but as a man, I still feel a little unhappy. Ryan is too disrespectful to the original owner. But thinking of the 200 million alimony, my mood got better again. After scolding, Liu's father ordered the servants to drop Gu Chengyu out. Although he was dissatisfied with Ryan's embarrassing behavior, he had to agree to our divorce. Maybe he felt sorry for me, so he gave me several jade antiques. I cried in his arms and said, "Thank you, Dad." The next morning, Liu and I went to the certificate office to go through the divorce procedures. As soon as I got off the car, I saw Gu Chengyu standing at the gate. TSK, he's really haunting me. Moreover, Gu Chengyu's temperament seems different from yesterday. He looked at me with a sense of superiority and pride. He probably thought that Liu Yuan was pregnant with his child now, and he would definitely win. TSK, I'm not that fool who are Xiao An. I will compete with him for Ryan. Besides, I don't want to be a miserable lover. Now I just want a divorce, get a huge alimony, and live peacefully from now on. Not many people came to apply for the certificate today. It will be my and Liu Ryan's turn soon. 10 minutes later, Liu Ryan and I walked out dejectedly. Gu Chengyu asked nervously, Ryan, have you got the divorce certificate? Liu Ryan shook her head. No. Gu Chengyu frowned. How could it be? Is it that Hua Xiaoan regretted and refused to divorce? I rolled my eyes at Gu Chengyu. You haven't been divorced, right? There's a cooling off period for divorce now, and you have to wait 30 days before you can handle it. I just learned that there's a cooling off period for divorce now, which is really troublesome. Because I was confused, I didn't notice Gu Chengyu slightly eyes. Then Gu Chengyu raised his voice and said, "Of course I haven't been divorced." I was speechless. Why was he so loud? I didn't care whether he was divorced or not. Hu Chengyu looked at me and said angrily, "Hu O Shao An, I warn you, when the time comes, you'd better come to handle the procedures honestly. Don't think you can regret it." I smiled coldly. Okay, whoever doesn't divorce is a dog. Hearing this, Liu Yuan's face turned green with anger. I didn't bother to care whether her face was green or red and walked away with big strides. In order to prevent any trouble in the divorce and affect my alimony, I would show my presence in front of Liu Yuan every day to make her hate me and see if I could get something more. After all, I have suffered a lot in love in order to pursue her over the years. It is reasonable to ask for more material compensation now. As for money, the more the better. Finally, Liu Yuan couldn't stand me anymore and threw a black card to me. "Get out!" I looked at the black card in my hand and couldn't suppress the corners of my lips. Okay, I'll get out. I was very depressed that I couldn't get a divorce certificate for the time being, so I decided to comfort myself. I went to the Ford store and got a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which was swiped by Liu Yuan's card. Although Liu Yuan is a complete scumbag, she has never been harsh on the original owner in terms of money, which is one of her few advantages. When I drive a luxury car on the road, the rate of turning back is 100. Yes, luxury cars with handsome guys who wouldn't be confused. I went to the hospital and had a full body checkup to make sure I would not have money but no life to spend in the future. When I walked out of the hospital gate, I heard someone calling me, Hu O Xiao Er. I looked up and saw the woman standing in front of me was called Chu Wei. She was childhood sweethearts with the original owner and had been secretly in love with the original owner for many years. But the original owner just didn't like her and insisted on hanging herself on the tree of Yuan. It was for this reason that she and Yuan were extremely incompatible. After Yuan and I got married, Xu Wei rarely interacted with me. I shook my head. The original owner was really stupid to leave such a pure and lovely little sister. Xu Wei asked, "Are you feeling unwell?" "No, I'm here for a routine physical checkup." I looked at her. "What about you?" Xu Wei raised the bag in her hand. "I'm here to get my dad's heart disease medicine." After a pause, she continued, "I heard that you want to divorce Liu Yuan." I nodded. "Yes, she is pregnant with Gu Chengyu's child." "Don't divorce and keep her for the new year." Xu Wei was shocked at first, then thought of something and looked at me in confusion. "Hu O Shaoan, I haven't seen you for a while. Why do I feel that you seem to have changed a little? In the past, you had to be with Yuan." In order to prevent her from noticing the abnormality, I coughed twice and said, "I have been chasing her for so many years, but there has been no response. I am also tired. She loves whoever she wants. I am so handsome and rich, I don't have to worry about not finding a wife." Shu Yue kept staring at me, trying to see something. In order to ease my guilty conscience, I laughed dryly and said, "Well, I have something to do and I'll leave first. I'll treat you to dinner another day. This girl is too smart." I was afraid that she would see any clues, so I left quickly after speaking. There are still 28 days left before the divorce schooling off period. Every day I eat and drink and go shopping. Besides, I pack my luggage. I bring as much as I can so I can sell it later. As soon as the divorce schooling off period ended, I immediately reminded Liu Yuan to get the marriage certificate. Liu Yuan frowned and looked at me. "Huo Shaoyan, why do I feel that you are more anxious to get a divorce than me? I wondered which man would like to wear a green hat on his head. It is normal for me to be anxious to get a divorce. If you don't hurry up to get a divorce, whose household registration will your child be registered with when he is born? It can't be mine, right?" Liu Yuan was silent for a few seconds, looked at me and said, "Huo Shaoyan." I interrupted him. Okay, there is no need to say anything. Anyway, the child can't be registered with me. I don't want to be a father. Liu Ruyan's face looked a little ugly. Liu Ruyan and I came to the parking lot. When we were about to get in the car, Liu Ruyan's mobile phone rang. I don't know what the other party said, and her face became very ugly. After hanging up the phone, she grabbed me and asked with a tense face, Chengyu is missing. Is it you who did it? Where did you take him? Gu Chengyu disappeared. I shook my head and denied it. It's not me. Liu Ruyan didn't believe what I said. It's impossible. You must not want to get a divorce. So you hid Chengyu. Huo Xiaoan, you are so despicable. Huo Xiaoan did do something before, but now I'm Huo Xiaoan. I am busy making money. How can I do bad things? But I don't want Gu Chengyu to get into trouble. Otherwise, you and will definitely think it was me. How do you know he's missing? Have you found him? Liu and glared at me fiercely. He and I made an appointment to have lunch together at noon, so I sent someone to pick up Gu Chengyu an hour ago, but I couldn't get in touch with him or find him. I thought about it and said, take me to his house to see if I can find any clues. Liu and looked at me for a long time. Huo Xiaoan, if Chengyu has any problems, I won't let you go. I was too lazy to argue with her at this time. It was important to find him first. When I came to Gu Chengyu's residence, I turned around and didn't find any special traces. Could this guy disappear out of thin air? Could he be like me and also go to take a novel as cannon fodder? Liu Ruyan looked at me angrily. Huo Xiaoan, if you dare to play any tricks. Suddenly I seemed to hear something, and before she finished speaking, I rushed into the bathroom. As soon as the door opened, I saw Gu Chengyu sitting next to the toilet, sleeping like a pig, and there was a strong smell of alcohol on his body. And walked over quickly, squatted in front of Gu Chengyu and called him, Chengyu, Chengyu, wake up. Gu Chengyu slowly opened his eyes. Tang Tang, why are you here? We agreed to have lunch together at noon. Did you forget? Gu Chengyu stood up. I forgot. I had a party with friends last night and drank too much. I looked at Liu Ruyan's bodyguard. Didn't you come into the bathroom to look for it? The bodyguard lowered his head and said, we didn't expect that Mr. Gu would. Yes, who would have thought that he would sleep next to the toilet? This hobby is special enough. Liu Ruyan looked at her bodyguard and scolded, a bunch of trash. I rolled my eyes with her IQ. She is also a powerful businesswoman, I said. Future ex-wife, can you find it out later? Don't wrongly accuse me. Well, I was nervous for a long time, but it turned out to be just a misunderstanding. This time it was my turn to be embarrassed. Before Liu Ruyan could say anything, Gu Chengyu said, if you hadn't suspected you. I was so angry that I laughed. Okay. But if you want to sleep on the toilet next time, remember to tell me in advance. I was too lazy to pay attention to scum like him and turned to look at Liu Ruyan. Let's go. Get the certificate and delay me from getting alimony. The Civil Affairs Bureau was quite lively today, and we waited in line for a long time before it was our turn. Fortunately, we finally got the divorce certificate smoothly, and the money in the house were also in hand. Brother is happy. From now on, I will eat and drink delicious food and move to the peak of my life. Liu Ruyan looked at the smile on my face and said, Huo Xiaoan, what are you laughing at? I have endured humiliation for so long, and finally I have made. I don't have to suffer anymore, so of course I am happy. But I was too lazy to say too much to him, and perfunctorily said, if there is nothing else, I will leave first. I moved out of the manor that day and chose a large flat in the city to live in. It is not as big as the manor, but it's just right for me to live alone. I rented out all the remaining houses. After the Hua family knew that Liu and I were divorced, they were extremely dissatisfied and called me to ask Liu to remarry. In the eyes of the Hua family, I was just a tool used to bind interests with the Liu family, so I ignored them. I directly blocked all the people in the Hua family. Whoever wants to be the cannon fodder male supporting role can be it. I just want to enjoy myself. I came to the bar in the evening. Life is short. We should enjoy it while we can. I just drank 2 glasses of wine when I met He Feifei, who actually came to the bar to drink. It's no wonder that He Feifei was so surprised. Huo Xiaoan usually doesn't come to a place like a bar with bright lights and wine. I took out the divorce certificate from my trouser pocket and showed it to him. Brother is divorced. We have to celebrate. He Fei glanced at my divorce certificate and smiled. Then I'll have a couple of drinks with you. I rolled my eyes. How about you treat me? The He family is just like the Liu family. Both are super wealthy, and He Feifei is an only child. Her money can't be spent in several lifetimes, so I'm doing a good deed in helping her spend some. He Feifei sat down, holding her cheek with her hand and looking at me. Liu Yuan's character is not very good. She should not be stingy with alimony. I will definitely get married again in the future. I have to save some money and save some money for my wife. He Feifei raised her eyebrows. How long have you been divorced? And you're thinking about remarrying? I didn't think so. Do I have to stay urgent for her? Impossible. She is a thing of the past for me. I don't know which word I said. Please, He Feifei, she said readily. All my expenses tonight are mine. I was so happy that I quickly ordered a bottle of very expensive wine. When I woke up the next day, I found myself lying on the bed in the hotel, and He Feifei was sleeping next to me. I was shocked and quickly lifted up my clothes to take a look. Fortunately, I was not wet. He Feifei also woke up, glanced at me, and complained, "Don't drink so much next time. It's so hard to help you. You are so heavy." She shook her arms as she spoke. It turned out that I was drunk last night. For convenience, He Feifei brought me to a nearby hotel. She was worried that I would vomit in the middle of the night and dared not leave, so she fell asleep. I looked at He Feifei and laughed a few times. She is much more reliable than Yuan. I remember that once before Hua Xiaoan quarreled with Yuan and got drunk. Yuan was very angry and asked the bodyguard to throw Hua Xiaoan out. He slept at the gate of the manor for a night. It was after that that Hua Xiaoan vowed never to drink again. After He Feifei and I packed up and checked out, we just walked out of the Hotel d'Orangeau. Yuan not far away. Gu Chengyu stood beside her, looking quite decent in a suit. The Yuan should have sent a client here. This is a hotel under the Yu Group. He Feifei thought I didn't see them, so she poked my arm and motioned me to look over. I shrugged. A qualified ex should be like dead, so there is no need to greet her. Ken fodder like me is not a match for the male and female protagonists at all, so it is better to stay away from them. Yuan's eyes paused on me for a few seconds, then turned around and said something to Gu Chengyu. He looked angry, but he still got in the car and left alone. Yuan walked towards us and looked at me with a gloomy face. "I want to talk to you alone." Before I opened my mouth, He Feifei said to me, "I'll wait for you in the car." After that, she raised her legs and walked towards the parking direction. I asked, "Is there something wrong, mister?" Yuan stared at me fiercely. "What is your relationship with He Feifei?" I really wanted to roll my eyes. As an ex-wife, how could she have the qualifications to question me? I said lazily, "Whatever you think the relationship is, it is what it is." Yuan felt that my attitude was a little different from before and pursed her red lips and said, "I'm not pregnant." "She's not pregnant." That was the means that Gu Chengyu used to make Li's father agree to our divorce. But so what? Her heart was originally on Gu Chengyu, and it didn't make much difference whether she was pregnant or not. I said, "Then you and Mr. Gu should work hard and try to get pregnant as soon as possible." Yuan was stunned and asked in disbelief, "What did you say?" "I think she is really funny. There are not many ex-husbands as generous as me. What else is she dissatisfied with? You always wanted to be with Gu Chengyu, and now you can finally get your wish. I wish you all the best." Yuan was silent for a while. I thought she had nothing to say, so I was ready to leave, but she called me Xiaoan. I turned and looked at her. "Anything else?" Although I didn't show any impatience, my meaning was very clear. Yuan looked at me with a strange expression. "I'll take you home." I waved my hand and pointed to the car in front. "No need, He Feifei will take me home." In the end, I didn't care what her expression was and strode forward. After getting in the car, I looked in the direction of Yuan, and she was still standing there without moving. He Feifei squinted at me. "You can't bear to part with Yuan, right? What are you thinking about? Help me see if the girl in the short skirt in front is pretty." I rubbed my eyes. I haven't fully sobered up yet, so I can't see clearly. Fei rolled her eyes at me. I thought you were obsessed with Liu Run, but you've already turned the page and stared at other women. I have a problem that I can't forget Liu Run. She's a jinx to me. Maybe Luo Xiaoan was killed by her, so I can get in. Fei couldn't help laughing. I looked at her. Don't say that this girl is also very beautiful when she laughs. I had a great life afterwards. I also traveled for 2 weeks and saw a lot of the world. I finally understood why so many people want to be rich. The days of lying flat are so comfortable. After I came back, Fei came to my house to find me and brought me a piece of news that Gu Chengyu had married a rich woman abroad a long time ago. Later, the rich woman found a younger and more handsome man and dumped him. He returned to China to find Liu Yuan after the divorce. No wonder he was so excited the last time he talked about divorce. Liu Yuan was very angry when she knew that Gu Chengyu cheated on her. She had a big fight with him and accidentally fell down the stairs and was injured. Fei looked at me and said, if you want to get back together with her, now is your chance to show your affection. She is in the hospital. The reason why Fei felt that I couldn't let go was because I had loved Liu Yuan for more than 10 years with all my heart, and she saw it all. I said with disdain, what a joke, I still want to live 100 years. Suddenly, the phone I put on the table rang, and it was Liu Yuan. I picked up the phone and answered it. Hello? Liu Yuan said in a hoarse and weak voice, Xiao, I'm in the hospital. What does being in the hospital have to do with me? I'm not your mother. But I still said, oh, then you should take good care of your injuries. Xiao, aren't you going to see me? I just realized that 2 years ago, Yuan had a car accident. During her hospitalization, Luo Xiao took care of her every step of the way, more considerate and careful than a nurse. But even so, she still didn't look happy. Now she called me. Wouldn't she want me to go to the hospital to take care of her? Wishful thinking. We have divorced. There is no need to contact each other anymore, let alone go to the hospital to see you. If there is nothing else, I will hang up. After hanging up the phone, I found that Fei had been looking at me. Didn't you say you would treat me to a meal last time? I just said it casually, but I didn't expect this girl to remember it so clearly. Then I'll go buy vegetables and we'll eat at home. Fei blinked and asked, can you cook? Of course the original owner couldn't, but I can. What's so difficult about it? Wait, I'll go buy vegetables now and make you a big meal. The main purpose is to save money. If I go out to eat, she will not kill me tens of thousands. More than 2 hours later, seeing the rich dishes on the table, Fei gave me a thumbs up. Okay, this level is as good as a chef. Fei picked up the chopsticks and started eating. She praised me while eating. A rich lady like her, who is used to eating delicacies from mountains and seas, will praise the home-cooked dishes I make. Seeing her eating so happily, I also feel very satisfied. Accidentally, the chopsticks fell to the ground. Fei and I reached out to pick them up at the same time. The moment our fingers touched, we were both stunned. Fei's little face turned red all of a sudden, and it seemed that she was shy. She wanted to reach back, but I grabbed her. Fei looked at me suddenly. To be honest, my heart beat very fast, especially when she stared at me like this. Compared with the Yuan's cold and aloof personality, I like Fei more. She looks willful and arrogant on the outside, but she is actually a very little woman. But in real life, I am a single dog and have no experience in love. I held my breath and leaned over to kiss her face. Fei opened her eyes wide, and before she finished her words, the doorbell rang. I went to open the door, but I didn't expect that the person standing outside would be Yuan. She had lost a lot of weight, her face was very haggard, and there was gauze wrapped on her head. She had a vague posture of a sick beauty and looked pitiful. I shook my head. Isn't it just a broken heart that makes her half dead? I didn't realize that she was still in love. She choked and said, I read that album and realized how much you love me. I'm sorry, Xiaoyan. I was wrong. Please forgive me, okay? Huo Xiaoyan loves Liu Yuan very much, which can be seen from those paintings. Seeing that I didn't speak, she cried, Xiaoyan, I regret it. I shouldn't have divorced you. I missed you a lot during this period. Can you come back to me? The previous Huo Xiaoan would feel distressed if he saw you are Yu and crying with red eyes, but I am not Huo Xiaoan, let alone crying. Even drooling is useless. Liu are Yu. There is no regret medicine in this world. It is impossible for us to be together. Liu are Yu and was anxious. I don't believe it, I know. She was halfway through her words when she saw He Feifei coming over. He Feifei walked to my side and hugged my waist. Xiao the sweet and sour pork ribs you made are so delicious. I smiled, as long as you like it. He Feifei looked at Liu Yuan, who was stiff all over, and said with a sweet smile, "You are really Mr. Yu is a guest, and you don't invite him to come in and sit down." Liu Yuan's face turned pale and pale, looked at me a grieved lie, turned around and ran away. I looked at Liu Yuan's back as she left. I didn't expect that the heroine would have this day. It's really a matter of time. He Feifei stretched out her hand and pinched my waist and said angrily, "What do you mean by this expression? You kissed me just now. Are you trying to cheat?" I came back to my senses, raised my hand and touched her head. "What are you thinking? I'm afraid you don't want me." Fei's little face blushed badly, and she threw herself into my arms the next second. I reached out and hugged her tightly. Not to mention that this girl's body is quite soft, and it's comfortable to hug. After He Feifei and I confirmed our relationship, she took me home to meet her parents. Knowing that his father had a heart disease, I bought some health products for him. His father and mother both liked me very much and didn't mind that I was a second marriage. They also asked me when I planned to get married. Because He Feifei was not young anymore, I held Fei's hand. "Next month." His father and mother immediately smiled and said yes again and again. After chatting for a while, the two old people went upstairs. He Feifei looked at me undasked. "You told my parents that you will get married next month. Before she finished speaking, she was stunned when she saw the diamond ring on my hand. I bought the ring before I came to the He family. I didn't want to miss He Feifei, so I wanted to get married early. I looked at her and asked solemnly, "Feifei, will you marry me? This diamond ring is 10 carats and very shiny. I am a bit stingy, but I will not be vague about marrying a wife." He Feifei was so moved that she cried. I smiled and wiped her tears. But He Feifei slapped my hand away. I was stunned, and then I heard her say, "Why are you wiping your tears? Hurry up and help me put the ring on." I laughed. She was afraid that I would regret it and run away. I helped her put the ring on, and He Feifei hugged me excitedly, and I hugged her tightly. We are getting married next month, and time is a bit tight, so I have to hurry up to prepare for the wedding. The next morning, I accompanied He Feifei to the bridal shop to try on wedding dresses. After choosing the wedding dress, He Feifei went to change. I sat on the sofa waiting, and suddenly I noticed a pair of eyes on me. I raised my head. Liu Yuan looked at me and asked, "Are you really going to marry He Feifei?" I nodded. "Yes, the wedding date has been set." Liu Yuan showed a sad expression. "Can you not marry her?" Liu Yuan? I called her name, looked at her face and said, "You don't love me, you just see me with someone else, and you're possessive. If you didn't know that Gu Chengyu cheated on her, you wouldn't think of me at all." Liu Yuan and I with tears in her eyes. "No, I always thought that the person I loved was Gu Chengyu, but after the divorce, I found that I regretted it and couldn't bear to leave you. I didn't want to wait for He Feifei to come out and seal you and here to ruin her good mood, so I said directly, 'Even if you regret it, it has nothing to do with me.' Liu Yuan, I just want to be with Feifei now." Liu Yuan's tears burst out. "I don't feel anything when I see you crying now. Don't you understand? I don't love you anymore." Liu Yuan's body stiffened. She bit her lip, turned around, and left silently. I don't know when it started to rain heavily outside. Liu Yuan didn't hold an umbrella and let the rain pour on her. She looked extremely embarrassed and depressed. I have never seen Liu Yuan like this. You know, she has always been high and mighty. But my heart was not moved at all. He Feifei changed into her wedding dress and came out, almost blinding my dog eyes. "Wife, you are so beautiful and charming." He Feifei smiled shyly. "You only know how to be slick." I hugged her. "I'm telling the truth. To me, He Feifei is the woman I should love." Soon it was the day of the wedding. Hifaife and I were very excited and happy. After the ceremony, when I picked up Hifaife and prepared to go home, I seemed to catch a glimpse of Liu Ruyan from the corner of my eye, but I was too lazy to care about her. I looked down at Hifaife in my arms and showed a happy and satisfied smile. Wife,